Merry meet everyone. Today I wanted to actually start off a new series that I'll be doing on my channel. It's actually a book review series to go over and review some of the books I have in my mini library that I have at the house. Today I wanted to start off with one of the books that I've finished recently that I've reread multiple times. Um, Excuse me, I'm actually at work and I'm hurry up and doing this video before I actually open up the shop. So the first book that I wanted to go over, the book I wanted to go over today, is actually entitled Elemental Witch: Discover Your Natural Affinity by Tammy Sullivan. Um, it's a great, I think it's a good book for, it's a beginner's basic book, like how to find your element affinity. Because I know when I first started, I wanted to know what element I more corresponded to. I found this book at Books A Million, Barnes and Noble. I don't know how long ago. I think I've had it for almost six years. It was released in 2006, but I think I've had it for that long. I don't remember when I bought it, but it's like I said, it's a good book for beginners. It talks about it goes on to each aspect, and the title is Earth Witch, Air Witch, Fire Witch, Water Witch, or Sea Witch. It talks about the characteristics of that particular witch embodies in themselves, in their home life, what their jobs that they're drawn to. Excuse me. I gobbled down my breakfast too, but also, other than that, it also talks about the negative characteristics that they could embody as well. Um, with that, it goes on to different types of magic that you can do to kind of pull in that particular energy into your practice. Like they have different earth spells, which mostly are like working with herbs, making powders, making incense, um, planting a garden. Then also there's the air witch, which, let me see. I think a lot of that stuff's like they do. I think a cool one on that is like balloon magic, which I don't know what I think about that. I'm not too sure. I haven't actually experimented with that. It's balloon. They do feather magic. Um, Anything with blowing things into the wind. Um, then there's water, working with seashells, working with different types of water, working with like the elemental of storms, um, casting stuff out into the sea, healing waters, different potions. And there's fire, which is burning your offerings, or burning candle magic, or setting things ablaze, or love. I believe they have some things that are love as well, like the vinegars. I think are like different vinegars, like Fourth Thieves vinegar, a souring charm, which is still part of fire. Um, at the end of that, they have different correspondences, like what time of the day each element corresponds to, what season, what plant, what smell, what gemstone. Excuse me. Also, they have a list of different herbs and gemstones at the end of the book. Again, sorry. At the end of each chapter, not the book. At the end of each chapter that correspond with that particular element. So I'm in earth magic right now, and it has like different herbs, or like alfalfa, barley, beet, buckwheat, corn, cotton, etc., etc. And then for the earth, well, back to the earth correspondences, like I said before that, it has the season, magical virtue, um, direction, time of day, sense, fluid, which is weird, power animals, places of power, commonly associated colors, and linking items, at each particular element. And then at the end of the herbs, there's another chapter called Earth Gods and Goddesses, which helps you connect to a higher power or a deity aspect of the element. Um, so I find, like I said, I find this a really interesting book. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is it only has a small section of things to work with on each element. And another thing that just gets redundant after a while is using the pronoun she, other than he or she, which I guess she wasn't trying to be politically correct, which I can understand, but after a while it's like it just gets annoying. But at the end of, like, when you're done with, like, the last one is Fire Witch. When you're done with Fire Witch, There's a section called Combination Specialties, which the first one's Opal Magic. They describe an opal as having characteristics of all the four elements of earth, air, fire, and water, which is kind of like a spirit stone. They do different things to work with opal, and they go into it. Then there is the next one is Rainbow Magic, working with the seven rays rainbow. Um, and then there is Storm Magic and Ice and Snow Magic, which would end it. Um, I think that's kind of cool to have to see a different combination. They also talk about that if you do find yourself in a particular affinity like really strong, you could branch out and adding different characteristics. Like, let's say you're earth and fire, you can meld that together and you can become a metal witch, which is different because if you think about it, um, the five elements of like the Chinese elements are earth, earth, water, fire, wood, and metal, I believe. So I think it's kind of interesting to bring both those into play. Just some random information. Um, if all right, well, so I think that's it. I will put a link below to this book on Amazon. I'll try to find it on Amazon and put a link below. So if you want to purchase it yourself, you can. I don't know if it's still out in print. I haven't seen it in the stores anywhere. Um, but if not, I'll find the Kindle version and I'll put a link to it. Um, so I'll also put a link to my Facebook page and my Facebook. So I have a spiritual page that I'm putting information on through my Facebook. So if you guys like my videos, please come and like my page, and we'll have discussions on there as well. But I think that's it for this book review. I don't know what my next one will be, but I promise it won't take like a month and a half to record a new video. So if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment what you think about it or your different ideas, and maybe a next book that you want me to review if I have it. And if I do, I'll be more than happy to review it. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Many blessings, guys.